Sorry if this is looking a wee bit dark or gloomy, but it's quite late on in the afternoon and it is dark and gloomy. But I just felt I wanted to do a vlog and put it out there. And if I was to give the title, a title to the vlog, it would be both the wood and the trees are real, and don't ignore either. You'll have heard of the expression that you can't see the wood or the forest for the trees, and that really is a very real danger spiritually, that when we get tangled up in a few trees that we're battling with at any given moment, it's easy to forget just the bigger picture of who God is, the bigger picture of his kingdom, the bigger picture maybe of a vision that fired us once. And yes, it's good not to forget the wood, the forest, because we're battling with the trees. At the same time, it's unwise to ignore the trees, the reality of any given moment, any given situation that we may be facing. If we ignore the specific trees that might be in our path at the moment, then we really are escaping from reality. And God can't bless that, because he deals in reality, he deals in what is, not in any sort of escapism or fantasy. So yes, it's important not to be blind to the forest or the wood, but it's also important not to be blind to the trees. I was just preaching on Sunday night of Jesus' encouraging word to the church in Philadelphia. He reminds them of the forest. He reminds them that there's a door open to them that nobody can shut. And I think that the door that's being talked about there is the door that John himself saw and went through in the following chapter. It's the door into the very throne room of God. It's about access to God. Remember, John goes up and he sees the glory of God in creation. He sees the glory of God in salvation. He sees the glory of God in the ultimate victory. He sees the presence of God that is there all the time with the saints and all that they have to battle in and through. So he sees the bigger picture. And I think that's the open door that Jesus is encouraging the believers in Philadelphia to remember and to gain access through that open door, the door into the very presence of God that has been wedged open at the cross by the death of Christ on behalf of sinners. But equally, Jesus is not he's not bypassing the reality of the trees. He says to the church in Philadelphia, I know you have little strength. I know you have little power. And he speaks of some other realities that they're facing at that moment. He reminds them too of the fact that despite that they are managing to walk because they have kept his word and they've not denied his name. So I love the way that Jesus balances the forest. There's a door of access open to all that God is, and the glory of his kingdom and his triumph. But I love the fact too that he's aware of the trees. I wonder which you need to become more aware of today. Is it the forest? Is it the bigger vision that maybe once inspired you? Has battling with the trees made you forget that? Or is it in fact an attention to the trees that's necessary? That there's some issues you need to think about, some areas where you need to break through into victory, maybe even areas of obedience or areas of faith or trust or whatever. So that's my thought for today. The forest is real, but so are the trees. And may Jesus help you to keep that balance. Or if in fact there's a need for a greater focus on one than the other at this moment in your life, may He help you to know it. So God bless you as you think about the wood, the forest, and the trees. May Jesus and the Spirit of truth be in your thinking and in your responding. So bye for now.